Artichoke Goldberg, variation 19, starting from the end, this part. Almost. That part is getting smoother. Just, 5 minutes of drilling yesterday. Not even 5 minutes, 1 minute. Not even 1 minute, probably. But this. Another thing you can do, is no movement. Like, don't stop touching the keys. Like, my fingers don't go off the key, it stays right on it. And then let's try fingers off the key. Let's do a little faster though. And in the regular tempo. Okay, now without leaving, fingers not leaving the keys. Staccato. Now let's play it normally. So it's kind of, there's a bit of that kind of legato, non-legato, legato, non-legato. If we want to play it the kind of like attitude, then we have and then okay, now let's do it with the right hand. Slow it down. Slow. Okay, go. You still sometimes kind of screw up. All right, let's look at just the right hand. Off. I was thinking, learning music is a lot like learning a language because there are all these little details. Sometimes people think, no big deal. You just get the broad strokes of it and it's okay, which depending on what you're using it for, may be okay. If you want to go into like competitions, international competition, that sort of thing, not really always that okay. Although, it is true, if you have a really powerful message, people will forgive your accent problems and your grammar problems and whatever. Oh, I'm starting to talk about languages. I mean piano. They'll forgive a little bit of like a few wrong notes here, you forget to do a rest there or whatever. You hold a note too long. But the really like native level musicians are going to be irritated if you don't do the rests where there should be rests, like over here. Off. Because it really does change the meaning that the music is portraying. Like for example, if you're gonna have this weird thing going on. And same thing with languages. It is okay for most people if you speak their native language with an accent, especially if they know that you're beginning, it's okay. But if you've been in the country for a long time and you still can't speak their language with a native accent, or at least close to a native accent, certain people will get irritated because sometimes the accent really does affect the meaning. And if they have to strain to understand what you're trying to say, it's irritating. I mean, it depends on what kind of accent you have, of course. If you're an American, you have a British accent, people love that. Okay, too much talking. Let's reset this, but I just thought that was a very interesting thing. That kind of popped into my mind. Okay, next time our job is to put the right hand with the left hand for that last section from this this measure. Oh, what is this measure? 1, 2, 3, 4, 25. 25 to that. Okay, F sharp major scale. Let's do this. I need a beat. Last time it was 170 was too high. Let's do 180 and see how we're doing at that speed. Actually, that's all right. Let's do it 185 or 186 rather. When I'm going down, I'm looking at my left hand. When I'm going up, I'm looking at my right hand. This time, going down, I felt like my right hand messed up a few times. Let's try that again. Okay, definitely not. 180 is the farthest we can push it for now. Let's do some... Let's do some of that together, right hand and left hand together. So start dotted rhythms. And really, we should use the metronome for this too. Nobody likes using the metronome, but you need to have an external validation of your internal rhythm, because often your internal rhythm is not up to par. What's wrong. Like, for example, this, I figured out from here, like all these crossovers, and then knowing that the black key is a little bit narrower than the white key, which makes your brain feel a little bit hesitant to just like knock, just hit it, because you feel like you're probably going to hit the wrong note, which you probably are, because your brain isn't trained yet to feel that minute distance. But what was I saying? Oh, my point is sometimes you can consciously figure out why you're not as smooth or as fast as you want to be, and then you can just isolate and practice that particular part of the scale. But sometimes I think also knowing that crossovers are hard it really doesn't take a whole lot of insight. I mean, crossovers are hard for everyone, but sometimes you have to do the whole Timothy Galway self 1, self 2, like turn off self 1, let self 2 go kind of thing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up Inner Game of Tennis. But the idea of not thinking too hard consciously about what you're doing, and just kind of like letting the metronome go and then doing, and then just pay attention, but don't pay attention using your verbal brain. Like just feel what your body is doing. Okay, that's great. We're gonna do some side now, and I think over time it just improves. Just like last time was demonstrating how this section here, that improved just by me doing those dotted rhythm practices. And I didn't think very hard about it, at least not consciously. All right, let's do this. Do I need to turn on the, nah, just 2 pages. Let's go. It's like they're saying something and then it just suddenly gets interrupted by this. What is this? Oh, back to this main theme. Interesting. Very jazzy right there. Hold on. Okay, wrong note. B flat. Close to the end, unless they're going to throw in another development somewhere. Okay, yeah, that's it. So 2 pages, ends right there, and then we get to the Largo. I'm not familiar with the Largo. What's next? Allegro. Not familiar with that one either. Then we have the Rondo. Nope, not familiar with that. Well, that's going to be interesting. We're going to have some interesting stuff to sight read in the following days. And then we have the... Oh, I'm actually pretty familiar with most of the openings of Beethoven sonatas. Not as much with the middle stuff. The muddle in the middle, as they say, in the writing world, but works for music too. Okay, that's it for today. See you next time. じゃあまた。